G'day battlers, and today we're doing some more Sorcerous Cup battles up against Anisotropic1 and PS239 Riverboy later on in the video for some spicy battles. Now we're up against Anisotropic1, we've got Wigglytuff up against Bronzong, which is not a good matchup because of its steel typing, so we decided to switch out into Alolan Muck, let them switch out into Noctowl, which isn't kind of a bad matchup for either of us, it's kind of a very sort of neutral matchup. Noctowl wins a lot of matchups just kind of by being a naturally bulky Pokemon. So we went for the Gunk Shot straight away, and they did shield it up, which is unfortunate. And yes, we are running Gunk Shot instead of Sludge Wave. That's just kind of what we're rolling with at the moment, testing out. We let the Sky Attack hit us because we were like, well, we think we can tank it. We don't want to have to burn like both of our shields straight up. We do have to burn this first shield though, so we can get this Gunk Shot off. We'll see if Anisotropic wants to burn burn both shields. Does want to burn both shields in this matchup, so keeping his Noctowl healthy. So I think we're going to bring back in the Wigglytuff, just because we don't want to bring Wigglytuff into a Bronzong matchup. So yeah, we're just going to leave Wigglytuff here, let it take as many hits as possible. We're pretty much happy to let Noctowl even take out the Wigglytuff, and then Azumarill can probably finish off the Noctowl, which is exactly what's going to happen here. So we had the charge move, but we're like, nah, let it go down with all its energy, goodbye, bring in Azumarill, and Azumarill will be able to clean up this Noctowl with Bubbles, but switching out to the Bronzong first, getting this charge move off. So I think we actually let this one come through because we know we can tank it. A little bit worried that, you know, maybe has a poison type in the back that might be able to hit us with a Sludge Wave or something. Now, Lag hit again, and I'm not sure if we farmed that past where we were trying to. We go for the Hydro Pump anyway, land it to take out the Bronzong. We'll see if he brings in the Noctowl or the Mystery Pokemon. Brings in the Alolan Muck, so this definitely is a bit of a rough spot for us because, well, we have one shield, so that is definitely a benefit. We decide to shield the first move, thinking he's going to go straight for the Sludge Wave, which he does, because, I mean, Sludge Wave and Dark Pulse aren't really that different in energy, so it's kind of like, if you go for the Dark Pulse and fail the bait, is it really worth it? Like, you've lost a lot of energy there. So we land the Hydro Pump, switching into Noctowl, so trying to get the sacrificial swap, I think, into the Noctowl, but unfortunately didn't work out. And at this point, he got the CMP tie, and we're like, please be a Dark Pulse, and it is a Dark Pulse. So we hang on, get this player off, and this player will take out the Alolan Muck. So I was definitely sitting there thinking, have we just lost this? Have we just lost? I thought I was doing so good with just Azumarill. Actually, Azumarill took out that entire team. Azumarill OP. Holy, I only just realised that. That is actually pretty cool. Obviously, it didn't, like, you know, carry that much weight, beating 3 whole Pokemon, but yeah, we have Frostlass up against Alolan Muck here, which Frostlass can actually win out in some shielding scenarios, so kind of depending how the match plays out, I guess. So we decide to shield the first Dark Pulse, charge up a fair bit of energy, and then throw its Avalanche. Obviously, we're not going to be throwing the Shadow Ball onto the Alolan Muck because of its Dark Poison typing. Avalanche is just going to be better. And we actually decide to go for a second Avalanche straight away. So we go for this Avalanche, and then I think we're going to switch out to catch the charge move. So burning both shields again, so Anisotropic really trying to win that switch advantage, which I was basically just gifted here. But we are going to eat up all of that Alolan Muck's energy with that Dark Pulse, definitely fantastic. Switching to the Bronzong, so going to take us out fairly quick, which is actually kind of good for us because Bronzong doesn't get that much energy farmed up. And we're going to be able to bring in kind of either Pokemon here, both would work well. We decided to bring in the Alolan Muck because we were like, well, we would kind of maybe prefer to get a bit more energy later on with the Frostlass. We would probably get hit by a charge move before we got to the Shadow Ball, so we got in, threw that Dark Pulse to take out the Bronzong now that there's no more shields, and in comes Azumarill, so we're going to be going straight for that Gunk Shot. The switch time isn't up yet, so we were a little bit worried that they were going to be able to switch out to try and catch the Gunk Shot, so we didn't throw it straight away. We've had to burn the shield and the player up, and then we go for one more quick attack just to see if they were staying in. Dead through the Gunk Shot, but they switched out. On that, it was just like, ah, man, you're joking. But, so, I guess we do actually hit that Alolan Muck with the Gunk Shot, which does a fair chunk of damage, so it actually worked out, because it meant that Frostlass was able to come in, farm down, and then is going to get this Shadow Ball off onto the Azumarill. Unfortunately, Azumarill is going to be able to charge up a lot of energy here, because it only has to take us out before we get to another Shadow Ball, basically. An Avalanche wouldn't take it out, and then Alolan Muck has to get to a charge move, so taking us out the player off here. And then, yeah, again, we kind of need to get to the Gunk Shot here, which is a little bit away. Another Snarl. Oh, we can get it off. I was actually very much expecting a player to come through here, but we have got the Gunk Shot off. Landing another trash can. So actually, I should have mentioned from the last video. Obviously, the first Gunk Shot we threw in this video was shielded, so we have officially lost our streak of every Gunk Shot being shielded, being unshielded, but that's unfortunate. Had to end at some point. Today is that sad day. So Yeah, Frostlass in the mirror match. So we're just going straight for the Shadow Ball, and we do get the CMP ties. That's definitely nice to have, because it means that we could kind of burn equal shields and win out this matchup, assuming there was no switching shenanigans. It does get the shield, and then we actually decide to not shield, and it does burn us. So goodbye Frostlass. But we were kind of alright with it because we had a Alolan Muck. Alolan Muck is going to be in a very good spot here. Going to get this Dark Pulse off before we get hit by an Avalanche. And then it's either going to burn his last shield or take him out. Burning the shield. So an Isotropic really quick to burn the shields on the start, it seems. And then we're going to get this charge move off. So we can burn one shield, and then I think we can definitely get to this Dark Pulse before another charge move comes through. Yeah, we can. Definitely nice to know. And it'll definitely land because there's no more shields left. So it'll take out Frostlass. And then in comes another Alolan Muck. So we weren't going to switch into a Azumarill, especially after we gave that Alolan Muck a little bit of energy. So this is presumably just a Dark Pulse because of the timing. And it is. And then we're just going to go straight, farm up tons of energy. I think we're going to go up until we can shield the charge move. Oh, we were trying to catch the Dark Pulse. But unfortunately, it didn't work out. And then Azumarill was kind of standing here going, this isn't great. So we burn a shield last second, keep the Sludge Wave away, and then going to go for the Play Rough, I think, just because we were thinking that another Sludge Wave was going to be coming, so we're like, alright, we'll just get this damage off before that kind of happens. Play Rough's still going to do a nice chunk, but yeah, going to get hit by a Sludge Wave here. And Azumarill can actually take it, so I actually maybe should have gone for the Hydro Pump, although I guess then I would only be landing on the Noctowl because it would have switched out there, but yeah, anyway, Noctowl's come in, we land the Play Rough on the Noctowl, and then going to be able to take us down. We switch into the Alolan Muck and go for the Gunk Shot, but we can't get it off. Unfortunate, to say the least, because that Gunk Shot definitely would have been nice to land before taking us out, but yeah, that is GG's. Noctowl able to finish us off. So thank you to Anisotropic for the battles, and now we are battling the Spice King himself, PS239 Riverboy. So in turn, we're going to be using a little bit more spicy Pokemon. So, you know, some Alolan Sandslash, some Wobbuffet, some we'll just see what comes out. So Alolan Sandslash versus Swalot. Swalot? I don't actually know how to say it. We go straight for the Bulldoze because you're like, hey, Poison type, going to be weak to ground. So let's just go for it. And we're going to get hit by an Acid Spray first. Well, we didn't shield it, so that's definitely nice to have. And then I don't think that Swalot has anything that can really threaten Alolan Sandslash. I might be wrong about that. Maybe it's something I should be worried about. We do land the Bulldoze, but it can actually tank it, which I wasn't really expecting. So we just go for another Ice Punch before we kind of expecting to get hit by a nuke, basically. So just got some energy off. Did a fair chunk of damage, actually. So we're going to be able to, whatever charge move this is, I think we're just going to tank it. And it is an Ice Beam, so Acid Spray, Ice Beam, we really have nothing to worry about up against this matchup, so we just Powder Snow down, and it looked like he didn't really want to protect it either. So in comes Tentacruel, so another Poison type, so we're like, alright, well, we can do this, throw another Bulldoze, probably going to burn a shield from the Tentacruel, yeah, burning one shield, and then we're probably not going to be able to get to another one, so we just go for the Ice Punch, because we were like, we're not getting to another Bulldoze, just get some damage off, so yeah, we did, land the Ice Punch, and then we're probably going to get hit by an Acid Spray here because we're so low, trying to get a shield, and it is an Acid Spray, so this is definitely kind of alright for us. I mean, it's definitely good that we haven't burned any shields yet because we haven't had to. Now, we were trying to get to the Bulldoze there, but last second we were like, yep, we're not getting to it, throw the Ice Punch, get some damage better than no damage. So I guess in the end, it turned out it would have been better if we went for the Bulldoze, but that's just how it goes sometimes. Bring in the Alolan Muck, and then we're just going to go for a Dark Pulse, I think. We let this come through, hoping it was just an Acid Spray, but we get hit by a Hydro Pump. So at that point, we're being way too greedy with our shields. We switch into Granbull up against Venomoth, which Venomoth has Poison Fang. So we're like, oh no, we have to actually shield here. This is not ideal. So we go straight for the Crunch. But unfortunately, Venomoth is going to get this Poison Fang off before we get our Crunch. So like, alright, well, we have to shield here so we can get this Crunch off, maybe burn that last shield off PS239 Riverboy. We threw an extra Charm just to make sure that he wasn't like switching out, doing some funky moves. But yeah, land the Crunch, take out the Venomoth, and then in comes the Tentacruel. Still has a shield, so I'm going to Acid us away. And then in comes the Alolan Muck. We had to get to 2 Dark Pulses to be able to take out the Tentacruel with charge moves because again, he still had a shield. And we didn't have that yet, so we got hit by an Acid Spray, so maybe we can get there, but unfortunately, 1 Snarl short. I say 1 Snarl short, but like, I would have also had to use the turns to throw the 2 moves, so kind of a couple Snarls short, really. So, going into Game 2, going with Azumarill up against Weavile. So Weavile, another very spicy pick, can be really good when it's good. unfortunately, this is not one of those times to Weavile, so we're basically just in a really good spot. Farmed up heaps of energy, and in comes Venomoth, so we actually decide to throw the player off, just kind of get some damage off. We're like, hey, Azumarill doesn't really have to worry in this situation. Obviously, we don't want to get hit by a Poison Fang, but we'll switch into the, what's this guy called? Alolan Sandslash? We're buds, we're good buds. I know his name all the time, and yeah. So anyway, gonna get hit by Silver Wind, not very effective, and he gets the boost, so we're like, oh, is this gonna make things more complicated? Well, let's find out. So we land an Ice Punch, and we're like, that didn't do heaps of damage, so let's hope that we can kind of keep this thing going. So land, or throw another Ice Punch, we'll see if it lands. Does land, so doesn't have too much health left on the Venomoth. We're probably going to have to burn a shield on this charge move so that we can keep Alolan Sandslash alive, and then take out the Venomoth with a couple more Powder Snows. So, could have been worse. I mean, I guess Alolan Sandslash is left here with not too much energy to farm. And in comes the Weavile, unfortunately getting the charge move off, so it's not like Ice Punch was going to do much anyway, so anyway, happy to let it go down. So we'll bring back in the Azumarill. We're obviously not going to bring in Golbat in the back because Golbat has the Flying typing. Flying, Ice don't mix so well. So yeah, tank an Avalanche, and then switching into the Unfezant. So we're like, alright, well, I guess we have to use up the Golbat here. So in he goes. We're not bringing him up against Weavile. So we're going to get hit by a Sky Attack. So we can definitely tank one of those. We're not going to go for the Shadow Ball because he has the normal Flying typing. So yeah, straight for the Poison Fang. 7 damage better than no damage again. And it actually does a fair chunk, just because Unfezant doesn't really have the best stat spread for PvP. In saying that, was able to take us out before we got another Poison Fang off, so, you know, we burn a shield here, because the Sky Attack was more deadly to us than anything from Weavile. So then we're able to bubble down, and then he's still got 2 charge moves, but we kind of almost have 2 player offs. So we throw the first player off so that we're not going to hit 100 energy, well, we kind of already were at 100 energy, and then 2 more bubbles, and we're going to get this off if lag lets us, which it does, luckily. So that definitely could have gone the wrong way if lag could have ruined the game, but we were able to get through it anyway, so definitely GG's there. And by the way, don't forget to subscribe, plenty more Sorcerous Cup content coming out over the next, I guess kind of 2 weeks-ish, because then the next cup will be announced, so let's find out. And it's just started raining really heavily, just I guess that's, what's the word, the pathetic fallacy, because we had Toxicroak up against Venomoth, so we really want to get that out of there, switch into the Hypno, he switches into the Alolan Sandslash, so we're like, alright, we can tank any charge move from here. I think we can, I don't actually know how much a Gyro Ball does, I'm assuming we can tank it though. Actually, there was an Isotropic. Oh, these videos are the other way around, oopsie doops. But anyway, land the Focus Blast onto the Alolan Sandslash, which is huge, absolutely huge. That's basically what you want. It's exactly what you want with the Focus Blast. It's like, you want to land a nuke move. An absolute nuke move on something that may not be expecting it. So, yeah, that's definitely swung the match right into our court. Like, we're basically going to have to screw up or have a bad lineup to kind of lose this. So we switch into the Toxicroak into the Alakazam, because we were like, well, Toxicroak is going to be weak to the Venomoth, so we don't really want it in that matchup. So I guess if we switch into Alakazam, we can at least get a little bit of energy and then throw it at the Venomoth, because the Mud Bomb is going to be neutral because of the Poison typing. Bring in the Hypno to tank the energy off the Venomoth, but we actually shield it. I guess one more confusion, we will take it out. So yeah, we burn a shield to take out Venomoth, and then in comes the Alakazam. So Alakazam's got a fair bit of energy, and we have Wobbuffet in the back, and Wobbuffet is going to be weak to Shadow Ball from Alakazam, so we're like, alright, shield the first one, it's probably a Shadow Ball, it's a Fire Punch, so we're like, okay, that wasn't great. 2 Shadow Balls, and we are donezo, and we have to burn a shield off of the Alakazam, and then land a charge move, which is kind of unlikely. It's going to be able to get to another Shadow Ball before we can do that, or counter down the Alakazam, which as you can see, is not really eventuating, so we kind of go, alright, well, I guess we're going for this one Mirror Coat, and we'll see how close we can get to another one. But I can tell you one thing, we do not get there. So yeah, definitely a GG's there. So thank you both to Anisotropic1 and PS239Riverboy for the battles. And thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And I'm going to repeat those 3. Like, comment, subscribe. They're like the big 3. Like, helps the video. Comment, also helps the video, YouTube algorithm wise. And then subscribe, because it's cool. Sorcerous Cup content and stuff. So if you've got this far into the video, then you probably like that sort of thing. So yeah, subscribe. But thank you to my patrons, Militanum9458, brajSF, -10, NotRandyN3wman and Yahwertle for supporting the channel. Because I mean, they're really the coolest people in the world. So yeah, sorry everyone else, and yeah, bye.